Welcome back to Old Folks Racing PS4. Welcome back to Sports and Sugo in Japan. This is race 2 of round 2, race number 4 of the spring season with the Nissan Skyline, and Diogo Silva has won the first race, followed by Scott Davely and Chris Russell. Qualifying for the second race saw Jorge Jesus, Alonso Afonso on the pole, followed by Simon Allen, Kev Allen, Diogo Silva, Diogo Almeida and Darren Head are your top 6 as we have the start now, and someone there had a great start but was a little bit blocked. Diogo Silva has made a poor start and has lost the position to Diogo Almeida, and Scott Davely is off the track and spins and gets hit by someone else. I think it was Chris Winstanley or Barry Evans, couldn't quite see. Already drama here in the first lap again, as look at this is the battle for the lead with Alonso Afonso running away in first, but Kev Allen is up to second from Simon Allen in third, Diogo Almeida is fourth, and Diogo Silva is in fifth place and being attacked now by Darren Head, who's coming there on the inside. We couldn't see if Darren was able to complete the move. Yes, he has completed the move, and Diogo Silva is going backwards in this race already after having qualified for this, now in sixth place, and look at this, he's already under pressure from Chris Russell as we follow in the chase camera with Kev Allen, who is in second place after having a poor race one. He's looking forward to challenging for the lead of this race. We are almost at the end of the first lap out of 15, and Jorge Jesus, Alonso Afonso is leading from pole position as Kev Allen is already showing his might there. Oh, and Kev is running wide and spins. Kev is running wide and spins, and Simon Allen just avoids him, and this is exactly the start of the race that Kev Allen did not want, because he's dropping and dropping to last. In this case again, disaster for the reigning champion Kev Allen, who had made such a good start from third place. He was up to second, and now he is dead last on the road and has to make yet another recovery race in this race 4 of the spring season. Alonso Afonso, Jorge Jesus has managed to get a bit of breathing space with that Kev Allen spin, because Simon Allen, who was behind Kev, also had to negotiate the spinning car, and of course lost a little bit of time. But look at this battle between Simon Allen, Diogo Almeida, Darren Head. Fifth is Chris Russell, and the Diogo Almeida made a mistake there at the exit, at the entrance of the back straight. That's oh, and he hits the wall there. Oh, and is he going to hit Chris Russell? No, they, I think, just avoided contact as Jumbo goes up to fifth place and now up to fourth or not, and here comes Diogo Almeida on the outside after having recovered from that brush with the barrier. Now he's going on the inside of Chris Russell, and they touch, and he also touches Jumbo, and they're off into the gravel trap, and Chris Russell recovers again to fourth position. This is a titanic battle here. Look at this now, Diogo Almeida in the last corner on the inside. Here comes Diogo Silva, who has of course lost a lot of time in the first couple of laps. He made a move on Jumbo and is up to sixth place. He had been in eighth place at one point. Here comes Barry Evans now battling for, well, look at this, it's 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th all together, as Diogo Almeida now makes a move on Chris Russell, but Chris coming back at him in turn two. Fantastic stuff between these 4 or 5 drivers that are battling for position, wheel to wheel almost in every corner, and Diogo Almeida and Chris Russell have made contact there, and here comes Diogo Silva on the inside. I think he's got Diogo, yes, he's got Diogo, and look at this, Barry Evans kissing the back of Scott Davely. Scott has had a poor start after that spin in the first corner, but now is back into this battle, or is he, because he spins at the entrance of the back straight and loses time again. Barry Evans maintains 8th place. What a battle we have here in this midfield. This is absolutely fantastic. Here comes Diogo Almeida now on the outside of Diogo Silva. Diogo Silva has lost touch with Chris Russell, but is up to 5th place. Look at this, sliding there through the corner, and Diogo is coming back at him. Jumbo is in 7th place, and he is eyeing an opportunity here to make up a couple of places. Barry Evans, very good performance from him managing to continue to be part of this group, and of course hoping that some of these drivers will inevitably tangle with each other at some point. But we have an amazing battle. We are already on well, we're still not already on lap 3. Here comes now Diogo Almeida, Diogo Silva of course lacking top speed in the start-finish line. I think this is just the way he does the last corner that is not ideal, and Diogo Almeida on the outside gets the move done. Diogo Almeida is back to 5th, but now runs wide, and Diogo Silva is coming back at him, almost contact, but these two are just losing a little bit of time with one another. And up front it's Chris Russell that has some breathing space, and the top 3 have checked out from these drivers because of course they are just battling so hard with one another. They end up losing time. Alonso Fonso is with Simon Allen in very close distance. Darren Head is in 3rd, couple of seconds behind, but look at this, Chris Russell in 4th is already 10 seconds behind the leader, and clearly the top 3 are checking. Oh, and this is wow, look at that, that's Japanese style drifting from Jorge Jesus. Very spectacular, not necessarily the fastest way to get around that particular corner, as we now have double screen. That's very innovative from our producer. Thank you, Scott. And look at this, the battle for the lead, but also the battle, look at that, that's Cav Allen. Is that Cav Allen? Yes, it is Cav Allen that is now in another titanic battle, in this case for entering the top 10, and Kev is of course recovering from that early spin at the end of lap 1. As look at this, the two leaders are really battling hard with one another as well, with Simon Allen really putting a lot of pressure on Alonso Fonso. Jorge Jesus, Scott Davely has lost time again with that spin, and I think he's fallen behind to the back of this group. But look at this, Cav Allen really there battling with Stuart Brand, I believe, and Barry Evans is in front of both these drivers, and Cav really still has a chance here of rejoining that group. Now he's going on the inside of Stewart, and Stewart runs wide, and I think Cav has got the position, and he is definitely up to 9th place, and now putting pressure on Barry Evans for 8th place. In the meantime, we also follow the battle for the lead that continues to be as lively as ever, as these two drivers are really at their maximum. Here comes now Diogo Silva on the inside of Diogo Almeida, or is it Diogo Almeida on the outside of Diogo Silva? I think it's more the latter, as look at this, and drifting there, Almeida through, and they make contact, and Diogo Silva gets the position and is again up to 5th place. And look at this, Jumbo is really very close behind Diogo Almeida, and Chris Russell in the meantime continues to have that breathing space that he needs to maintain 4th place, because these other drivers are really spectacular in their driving. But of course this Tetsu Simon, someone has gone off, that's Chris Russell. Chris Russell has gone off on his own. He's gone off on his own, and Diogo Silva is up into 4th place. Diogo Almeida now in 5th, and we are going to see the replay. No, we are not going to see the replay. We are going to see the replay of a pass for the lead, potentially. No, we are just going to see the, yes, Simon Allen is going to go into the lead, and look at that, beautiful there on the outside. And Darren Head, of course, is now in close proximity with these two drivers. As look at that, now he's coming on the inside of the chicane, didn't quite work there. Darren continues to maintain 3rd, but for how much longer? He's coming after Jorge. Jorge now trying to put pressure on Simon Allen, and at the same time defending from Darren Head. This is spectacular stuff on lap 6, almost at the midpoint of this race, but it's a titanic battle for the lead, with the top 3 drivers separated by less than 1 second. Here is another battle that's now for 4th place, because Chris Russell has lost time. Look at this, Darren Head almost going through Jorge Jesus there, and Jorge is in a complete sandwich of blue Nissan Skylines, and that's probably where he does not want to be, because he's just has to pay as much attention to putting pressure on Simon, as much attention as defending from there. And as they go to complete another lap, this is the end of lap 6 and the titanic battle. Amazing stuff here in race 2, as Chris Russell, having lost time. Look at this, oh, there's a synchronized drift there, synchronized drift, and Chris has also lost the position there to Cav Allen. So I think this was just Jumbo and Diogo Almeida both going off the road in sympathy for one another, and just caught Chris Russell there by surprise, and Chris ended up running wide as well. The biggest beneficiary of this was Kev Allen, that is up into 7th place, and of course Diogo Silva, that has checked out now from this trio of drivers. He's got around 2 seconds gap over Diogo Almeida and Diogo Almeida Jumbo, and now Kev Allen and possibly Chris Russell are going to battle for what is now 5th place. And Diogo, let's see if he can hold forth. And look at this, Darren Head really going after Jorge Jesus, and Simon Allen has checked out a little bit from Jorge and has now got himself a bit of breathing space, a few car lengths that just mean that he can be more at peace, at least not expecting to be outbraked by another driver in every single corner. Stuart Brand, we followed him, is in 9th place. Scott Davely is in 10th, and where is Barry Evans? Barry Evans has actually dropped to 11th place, so something must have happened to Barry as we continue to follow the top 3, the sandwich of the green car, Alonso Fonso, in between Simon Allen, that is now the leader of the race and looking for his first win of the season, and Darren Head clearly not happy with that 3rd place, and he wants more. He can sense that there is a victory there for him potentially with Simon Allen inside. Kev Allen has continued to make a recovery and is now reached the group that consists of Diogo Almeida and Jambo, that is battling for 5th place. Look at this, Jambo trying to make a move on the outside of Diogo Almeida. We probably should follow that, and I think Diogo has got the job done. No, he hasn't. He's moved to the outside and Jambo is going on the inside, but Diogo just shuts the door on him. Oh, but ends up running wide there. Running wide, let's see if he can avoid the penalty. He keeps the position, but can he avoid the penalty? Stuart Brand is putting a lot of pressure on Chris Russell. Chris has been in 4th place for the longest time in this race, now has dropped to 8th with that mistake at the end of the back straight. And incredible battles going on throughout the field here in Old Fox Racing PS4. This is race number 4 of the spring season, and what a spring season it has been so far, with titanic battles in these Nissan Skylines here at Sugo, a circuit that every driver loves. Darren Head has made a mistake there, has run wide and now lost a bit of touch with Alonso Fonso, but I am certain that the battle for the lead is not yet done for sure. Here comes Kev Allen now on Jambo, and he is trying to go around at the same time. The Jambo, look at this, Diogo Almeida also again drifting there through the corner, ends up losing 2 positions in one corner. That was a mistake by Diogo. He loses 5th place as basically Jambo and then Kev Allen overtake him. Now Kev Allen is going on the inside of Jambo, didn't quite work, but Jambo is almost not breaking himself now in the last corner. Maintains that position and maintains the car on the black stuff. Incredible racing, but now here comes Kev Allen on the start-finish line, as also comes Stuart Brand battling for 8th place with Chris Russell, and I think Kev is going to go to try on the inside in turn 1. Will it work? He's going for it, he's going for it, he's going for it, and the Jambo gives him space, but also has more momentum coming out of the corner and maintains 5th position at this point. And of course this all has meant that Diogo Silva is now a very, very lonely 4th, because he's 10 seconds behind Darren Head, but already has 3 seconds advantage over 5th place man Jambo. But for how much longer can Jambo actually resist the pressure from Kev Allen? Kev has clearly got the pace. He has been delayed by his own spin at the end of lap 1, and now is coming to finish at least in a top 5 position. Stuart Brand has found a way. No, he hasn't found a way around Chris Russell. Chris having finished on the podium in race 1, now finding it a bit more difficult to replicate that result now in race 2. Diogo Almeida is not done with that battle either, because again what happens is that these two are battling so hard that they just end up losing time, and I'm sure that Diogo Almeida now is right on the back of Kev Allen and continues to be in contention for 5th place. as we are already entering lap 10, very soon entering the last third of this race. Diogo Almeida, here he is now. Ooh, look at that, braking very late, almost going through Kev Allen there, but now it's a trio of drivers that is battling for 5th place, and as I said, really Kev Allen not able to make a move there on Jumbo. Jumbo making a great job here, gives them now Diogo Almeida with a move on the inside, and they touch, make contact, door-to-door contact, but oh, and Kev has gone into the gravel, and I think that's the opportunity for Diogo Almeida to go through. Yes, Diogo Almeida goes back into 6th place, and now promptly gets off the road. We must be seeing Kev Allen very soon on his mirrors. Yes, there he is, and Chris Russell is the biggest beneficiary because he's now back in play for that battle that is now for 6th place, because Jumbo has managed to... Oh, and here comes the spin, that's Kev Allen, that's the reigning champion again, spinning but keeps the position. But now Chris Russell is really close, and Kev is making... I think he's basically just overdriving that Nissan Skyline. He's just not getting it right. He's trying to be aggressive, but I think he's overdriving the car a little bit, and Jumbo has checked out. Diogo Almeida is now safe as well. Kev Allen is losing touch with both of them, and had Chris Russell for company, but now Chris Russell actually has Stuart Brand in much closer company as they start lap 11, and things are beginning to sort out a little bit here now, with these drivers being separated by a few car lengths, and therefore only a mistake, or if one of these drivers manages to battle hard with one another and they all lose time, that I think we may see fewer changes of position in these last 5 laps. In the meantime, Alonso Afonso, Jorge Jesus has recovered some ground to leader Simon Allen. Simon is on the verge of his first victory of the season. First race also that is not going to be won by Darren Head or Diogo Silva, as we are heading for the final stages of this round. To look at this, that's Diogo Almeida again drifting through that corner. That's fantastic stuff in terms of the replay and the TV, but not necessarily fast. And yet Diogo makes a mistake, and here comes Kev Allen on the inside. Kev Allen is now in 6th place. Diogo Almeida drops to 7th, and Jumbo has actually checked out a little bit in front of these two drivers, but we continue to have battles throughout the field in this race. Let's check out the other drivers. The Twixter, Chris Russell, is in 8th place. Scott Davley has recovered to 9th, and something has happened to Stuart Brand. Stuart Brand has lost the position to Scott Davley. He was battling for 8th place just now, and now is again in 10th place. Barry Evans and Chris Winstanley are in 11th and 12th respectively, but really Diogo Almeida is not done clearly with Kev Allen, as they both continue to drift around this Sugo circuit. We are now on lap 12, 3 to go at the end of this lap. Diogo Almeida makes a mistake there, going slightly wide. The race director has been quite lenient here because no penalties seem to have been awarded for any kind of track limits violation. Barry Evans, in the meantime, is actually challenging for a top 10 here, because Stuart Brand is now moving backwards in this last part of the race, and now makes another mistake, almost losing it there at the entrance of the back straight. Someone is drifting again. That's Kev Allen in front of Diogo Almeida. Diogo dropped to 7, but is still in contention for this battle. We wait to see what happens in the last few laps. Chris Russell is in 8th place, and in the meantime we have not seen this, but Darren Head has progressively lost the time to the leaders. He's now 6 seconds behind with 3 laps to go. I think that's a bit too much, and I think the battle for the lead is going to be between Simon Allen and Jorge Jesus, with Darren Head a comfortable 30. He has been losing time to Diogo Silva, but I think Diogo is still a bit of a distant fourth. Nevertheless, not a bad result for him in terms of the championship battle, especially because he's only 1 position behind Darren Head who he's at the moment his main opponent in the championship lead. Diogo Almeida not done with Kev Allen, but now done with staying on the road as he continues to go off-road quite often. That's almost like going off-piste there. Look at that, that's the tweaks there. Diogo Almeida really is driving that Nissan Skyline aggressively. He almost lost it again at the entrance of the back straight as the two leaders are going to start lap number 14 out of 15. That's the penultimate lap, and Alonso Fonso is 0.6 of a second behind Simon Allen. If he has anything left, it's now that he has to deploy it, because he needs to have a good lap in order to be very, very close to Simon at the end of the last lap and try to go for the move. And he seems to be closer already. He's only 0.4 of a second now, and he clearly wants this victory and wants to have his first victory of the season, as the battle for the lead is not over yet, and Simon Allen knows it, and he has been absolutely brilliant up front today in this race. Simon Allen completely resisting the pressure. Look at that now. Alonso Fonso is trying to make a move clearly on this back straight, but Simon sees it coming and is already moving a little bit on the inside. I don't think that Alonso Fonso is close enough. He's very close, but it's very, very difficult to outbrake another car into this particular corner. You are either side by side or the move is not going to work in this particular corner. Now Alonso Fonso will have a move, potential move, at the start of the last lap. It's either in the last corner, but he seems to be a little bit far behind, too far behind to make a move here, but certainly has turn one potentially as an opportunity to try to take the lead of this race at the entrance of the last lap. And it's very, very uncertain who is it going to be that's going to win this race. Number 4 of the spring season. The other positions seem to have stabilized, except that Chris Russell is not happy yet with his 8th position. He's trying to make a late challenge on Diogo Almeida. And here are the two leaders, and this is what we should be following, because this is going to be fascinating. There's an opportunity here to go on the inside. Simon protects the corner and now protects also the inside line into the entry of the chicane. Now there's an opportunity here to go on the inside, and Simon sees it coming and is already defending, but now is the crucial part of this lap, as Simon is going to have to defend on the back straight from Alonso Fonso. Look at that excellent exit there by Simon Allen, and also very good exit from Jorge Jesus. Can he make a move into here? That would be quite a desperate move. It doesn't seem to be close enough, and also Simon is protecting the inside line. He's going to have one last lunge, perhaps in the last corner, and I think if he does not manage to make a move there, I think Simon has his first victory of the season. But we'll wait. These are the final corners of this race, as now Alonso Fonso is going to try to make a move here, or is he? No, he can't do it, and I think Simon Allen now just has to accelerate to the finish line to get his first victory of the season. And what a race this has been. What a battle for the lead between these two drivers that were also on the front row, and I think Simon Allen is going to win it. Second place to Alonso Fonso, also a good result for him. I believe it's his first podium of the season. Third is going to be Darren Head, and he was in the battle for the lead at one point, but then fell behind. Still a very good third place. Diogo Silva finishes in fourth, and here comes the battle for 5th place, with Kev Allen has actually managed to make a move on Jambo, and he's going to get the top 5 that he was searching after being delayed in the beginning of this race with the spin. 5th for Kev Allen, 6th for Jambo, 7th is going to be, and here is the last lap replay of something that is Scott Davely that we are following, and what has happened there. Oh, that's Diogo Almeida spinning on his own, and Chris Russell goes in 7th place. Here comes Scott Davely making a move on Chris Russell, and that was a little bit of a hard move there, but Scott really recovering some ground in the last lap, recovering 2 positions. But here comes Chris Russell now. I wonder what's going to happen here. It's a little bit tricky to make an overtake, but he seems to be side by side. Oh, they were side by side, but they made contact, and Scott is in the gravel trap and loses a position to Diogo Almeida. What drama we had here in the last lap of this race. The net result is that Chris Russell is going to be 7th, 8th is going to be Diogo Almeida, 9th Scott Devlin. Barry Evans has made it into the top 10. That's a pretty good result. 11th to Stuart Brand, that was very strong at the beginning of this race, but then unfortunately fell behind in the second half of the race. This is the start finish line, crossing the finish line for Chris Russell in 7th, Diogo Almeida, as I said, in 8th, Scott Davely in 9th. Could really replicate the excellent performance from race 1 when he finished 2nd, and Stuart Brand also going to be disappointed to finish outside of the top 10. Chris Winstanley is going to complete the finishers. We had the 12 drivers here today in race 2 of round 2. Frankie did not participate in the second race, and we hope that he is going to be back in Old Fox Racing PS4 very soon, as we draw a conclusion on the Sugo round with the victories for Diogo Silva in race 1 and Simon Allen winning race 2 after a fantastic battle for the lead with Alonso Fonso. There is the result, the drivers in the front row finishing 1st and 2nd, but in the opposite order. And here is the championship standings, early days, but Diogo Silva is still leading from Darren Head and Chris Russell. What a race we had! Join us next week for more exciting racing.